Supreme Understanding, How to Hustle and Win, Rap Race and Revolution, and all them other books that you know and love. I wanted to talk about militancy and these dudes is talking real tough about how they gonna fight the power, and I don't believe none of them. I don't believe none of them because I know that when it come down to it, man, you give them motherfuckers a government check and they gonna shut their mouths. See, what it is a lot of people talk tough and they may not be able to back up their words. I don't really have so much of a problem with them. You know, we always got, lip professors, whatever you want to call it. Mao Zedong said, the person that's a revolutionary in words but not in actions, he's part revolutionary. But then the person that's a revolutionary in words and in actions, he's all the way a revolutionary. I'm paraphrasing. Mao ain't get down the way I get down. So some people, they side with us in thought, but they not ready to do nothing. I'm not really even so mad at them. The people that I got a problem with are those that think that just because there's a slight difference in the way that we see the way the change need to go down, that we should be pitted against each other, and be caused to fight and kill one another, instead of even fighting the power structure that keeps us all fucked up. Because I don't give a fuck whether you're Hebrew Israelite, Muslim, Christian, Pan-African, 5%. We all had the same problems to deal with in our communities. I don't care if you teach that, I don't care what you teach, as long as you ain't doing nothing that's causing harm to the community, it's really not about ideology to me. Not me personally, man. I know what works best for me and the people that I've encountered. I know the system that works best for me to teach you. I know what works, and this is why I deal with what I deal with, because I know what I deal with got a foundation in fact and history, because I don't research this shit. But I don't have a problem with a person that's, let's say they're a Buddhist. But imagine if there's some so-called Buddhist leader somewhere saying, all y'all Buddhists, y'all need to go ahead and bang on them 5%ers. I would start wondering. I wouldn't even have a problem with the fucking Buddhists that get riled up, because I know how followers do. Because followers don't think with their own mind. They just do what they think the leadership want them to do. Because they don't trust in themselves enough to make critical decisions on their own and say, hold on, now that shit don't make sense. They just do whatever the motherfucker that they think is smarter than them wants them to do. So I ain't mad at the followers, but I'll be looking at the person that's sending that message out and wondering, what the fuck do you gotta gain by having us go to war? See, back in the day we had something called Agent Provacateurs. This goes back to COINTELPRO, Counterintelligence program, which was designed to destroy, black organizations, communist organizations, really anything that was going to undermine the fabric of American capitalist European society, basically. So they had all these different measures to work against us, and one of the most successful ones to put people in our ranks who are going to cause us to have internal problems. This is how the Panther Party fell apart. This is how a lot of things fell apart. This is how different groups end up going to war and killing each other off. This is also how groups, like back in the 60s, you had the Mau Maus and you had other militant groups that became so militant that they were encouraging their members to go out and do things that would end up having the members be killed or imprisoned. When you encourage people to do things that have no real productive value in society, no way that the common people are going to gain from you doing it, and then you're telling your people to do this, and the people are dying and going to jail, who are you working for? All that militant shit motherfuckers is talking, that shit is going to do nothing but get the followers fucked up. And y'all followers is thinking like, oh nah, they got our best interest in mind. Some of these motherfuckers is getting a check. We ain't gonna know that shit right now, because I guarantee they ain't gonna tell you their source of income. They gonna tell you they just selling their little books and their little DVDs or whatever, and that's how they get their bread. I don't believe them. Because shit, if the shit existed before, what, it don't exist no more? You mean to tell me there ain't no Agent Provocateurs now? You mean to tell me there ain't nobody putting in that kind of work? Man, the reason that Fred Hampton got, Fred Hampton got killed in the bedroom with his pregnant woman sleeping right next to him so easy when the Black Panthers was dealing with armed security was because the damn bodyguard was on the damn CIA payroll. He slipped them all a Mickey, put them all to sleep, and gave the damn government the blueprint for how the apartment was laid out, so when they came in, they had an X marked at the spot where the head of the bed was where Fred Hampton was sleeping. How you think the other Panther leads got hooked on drugs? I mean, this shit ain't happened by accident. When you got somebody in your ear, how you think T.I. got told, like, T.I. was like getting on some political shit, and next thing you know, his bodyguard like, yo, go get some guns, get them big motherfucking guns. And then the next thing you know, the bodyguard went and told on him. Because the bodyguard was trying to get out of his own case. Some of these motherfuckers is fleeing their own little cases. They trying to get themselves in the good side of the government because they got their own little felony charges they got to worry about. They got their own little problems. They got their own little debts. And to get up out of it, they putting in work. But they not putting in work for us. We just so dumb that we think that, you know, you got Don King motherfucking promoting the fight. The fighters is thinking that Don King is on their sides. Don King ain't on neither one of the sides. Guess whose side he's on? He's on the money side. In the same way, man, these motherfuckers agitating, thinking and causing motherfuckers to fight and kill. Like, we not fighting and kill one another yet. I mean, the gangs is, because the gangs already had that motherfucking work put in on their ass. They already had motherfuckers go amongst them and rile that shit up. But now they got the so-called conscious people too, acting like gangs. Come on, man. That shit is for the birds. I ain't with that shit, man. All these motherfuckers talking ain't doing nothing for the people. They ain't doing no fucking work for the charities. They ain't doing nothing for these homeless kids. They ain't going into these schools, reading to these kids. They ain't mentoring. They ain't doing none of that. All they want to do is have some goddamn debates, talk about whose ideology is better than whose ideology, man. That's why Allah taught us we don't talk about people, because that's what religious people do. That shit is for the birds. I ain't with all that, man. If anything I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to bring people together. And if you can't be brought together with the shit that I'm talking about, I mean, homie, I got to really question you. And you ain't got to agree with what I'm saying. All you got to agree with is the fact that we need to come together for the sake of these children. And for the sake of the people that don't know nothing. I ain't trying to get people that don't know nothing caught up in our motherfucking confusion and our conflicts. And I'm going to tell you, man, we need to watch out for some of these people, man. Because, like, what was that movie where they was like, yo, what happened to all these militants? Like, what happened, man? The army was this strong. Man, they went up in the building and they gave them government jobs. I'm telling you, man, some of these people, as soon as they get a check, man, they gonna shut the fuck up, man. A lot of these conflicts you hearing about right now, that shit is instigated by money. Nothing else. People trying to get bread. They doing that sensationalist shit, man. Talking about all this shit that don't even have nothing to do with our specific here and now food, clothing, and shelter type needs. Talking about all these extraneous issues, but they sensationalist issues. Who's doing this? Who did what? And my favorite, who's in the Illuminati? Who's down with the secret society? Man, ain't no motherfucking person of color down with the shit that's really controlling the globe. Ain't nobody. Stop naming names, man. You don't even know what the hell you talking about, man. I can't wait to do a video where I just go out and find some way to say Birdman and Soulja Boy and Gucci Man and all them is in the Illuminati. Because I guarantee you a bunch of following motherfuckers will believe me. With that being said, man, if you one of them people that's partaking in all that rivalry, man, check yourself, man. Check yourself and where you got the idea from. And where you got the great idea that was the best shit to preoccupy yourself with. Homie, because you ain't adding on to the struggle if all you doing is destroying. Revolution. Peace.